See if I can rotate that without it getting off of track. I want to do this live stream. This is actually my second live stream for today, and I have some traveling to do on tomorrow. So I really didn't want to live stream this late into the night again for the second time. But I feel like this definitely needs to be shared. So we're going to make this a 30 minutes or under live stream. So you all come in, hit the thumbs up button, right? Make sure that you hit like and share whatever platform that you are tuning in on, whether it be Facebook, YouTube, or Twitter, right? Or Twitter. Make sure you hit the thumbs up button, and that will notify more people. Hello to you, Miss Hicks. Shanquita Hicks, hello to you. Thanks for tuning in. And that will definitely notify others that I am live streaming for the second time, right? For the second time. I thought this was information that you definitely need to know. But again, I am traveling. I'm starting tomorrow. So we're going to get quick and to the point. So to help others get the notification, right, I have been receiving some information that people are not getting notified. You all can help when you hit the thumbs up, right? And if you're not getting notifications, because a lot of people on YouTube, for example, when they talk or when they're doing videos on cryptocurrency, their views are being limited for whatever reason. So make sure that you update your apps, right? Your YouTube app, and make sure that besides that subscribe button, whatever side that is on by the subscribe button, that you also hit that bell. It's a bell there, in which you will get notified. So you might have to update your YouTube app as well. Hello, Gwen. Thank you so much for checking in the second time today, right? The second time today. So this is my second live stream and I have a lot going on. So let's get to the point. And if you share already, thank you so much for sharing. Hello to you as well, Tracy. So Tracy, Miss Grant, you will be my last shout out, right? You will be my last shout out as I see the audience is building. So where do I want to start first? Let's see. Do I want to start with the national debt of the United States or the eviction moratorium ending in July? I think I'll start with the national debt because that will really tie into why July, right? The month of July can be very catastrophic for the United States. So we will start first with, will the U.S. go bankrupt again? Right? It happened already. This is what caused the 1933 Great Depression. So you have Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen warns of absolute catastrophic hit to the economic recovery this summer, right? If the U.S. cannot pay its bills on time. If the U.S. cannot pay its bills on time. So let's dig into this and let's see what it really, really means, right? Let's see what this really, really means if the United States cannot pay its bills on time. So on Wednesday, again, Secretary Janet Yellen is asking or requesting that Congress extend a July deadline to pay back some of its federal debt. Without this extension, she says it'd be catastrophic and it could hurt the economy, people. You want me to put this in simple layman's terms? There will not be a fourth stimulus. The child tax credit will be it because this is already in the budget and the national debt. So child tax credit, federal unemployment for 26 states will end in September the 6th, I think. And for 24 states, it ends, have already ended for some, or will end next month as well, in July. So Janet, the Treasury Secretary, is urging or asking Congress on Wednesday to extend a July 31st deadline to pay down a portion, listen at this, of the federal government's $28 trillion in debt to its investors and foreign governments. So people are not the only one file bankrupts or go broke or overspend or cannot manage the money. So does the government. She also goes on to say, Janet Yellen, that defaulting, right, on the national debt would be regarded as unthinkable if they default on this national debt, calling it utterly unprecedented in American history for the U.S. to default on its legal obligation. But that's exactly what will happen, right? Goes on to read, though borrowing, what you see so many YouTubers tell people not to do, not to borrow, like Dave Ramsey would say, don't get in debt. And that's why I've been trying to explain to you all for years, we are a debt-based system, right? Meaning that it is advantageous when you have enough financial education to know how to borrow a depreciating dollar or a dollar that's losing its value, because that's what the United States do, is borrow, and then convert that debt into a real asset like real estate, gold, silver, cryptocurrency, land. Because the dollar, as you can see, will continue to decline, and the US is looking like it can't pay its bills. And that's going to be catastrophic, because this is what's going to happen. When the United States cannot pay foreign investors and make due on this bill, right? This is going to go ahead and push, even though it's already planned, that the dollar cannot be the world reserve currency, right? Cannot be the world reserve currency. And each country will have now CBDC, central bank's digital currency, right? And there will be no more domination of power when it comes to currency or cash from the United States. It will be a global crypto system. And so let me make it even simpler for you what this means. That Venezuela dollars that was printed and now is worthless. This is what this is going to look like. So July 31st, with President Biden extending the end of moratoriums, means that, let's go to that article, right? Let's go to that article. Ace One says we all know the government is way more than $28 trillion in the hole. He says at least three times that, right? Treasury warns of need to deal with national debt. Let me share this second article, right, with you. This second article about the U.S. national debt. So the Treasury warns of need to deal with the national debt level or debt limit, right? The Treasury Department says it would employ measures to avoid unprecedented default on the national debt. But officials say those measures could be exhausted much more quickly than normal giving under the unusual circumstances of the global. See, they made this pandemic global just so the currency could switch globally, right? It could not just be the United States. They had to make this a global pandemic. And if you ask yourself, when have you ever seen the flu or pneumonia or any airborne virus type that globally takes over a globe at one time like this, right? Globally. So Treasury officials on Wednesday urged Congress to either pass a new borrowing limit or another suspension of the debt. So this means either they're going to increase what they are reporting as a 28 trillion, right? Increase that, or a suspension of the debt before July 31st, with the hopes that it is used in the past to keep the government from breaching a level that would trigger a default on the massive national debt. I told you all they wanted to default the dollar anyway, while Dave Ramsey is still preaching that cash is king, right? They wanted to default on cash anyway. And Dave Ramsey is still posting and making YouTube education videos that you need to get out of debt, get into cash, don't use your credit, etc., etc. But we're going to keep a keen eye on this to see what happens on July 31st, people. The free lunch is over. It's over. It is absolutely over. United States is broke, have been broke for a long time. And now rents due. Now, I know you're probably saying, well, Queen, they keep extending this moratorium. I don't think people actually have to. Yeah, this time it's for real. I know in March, they extended it to June. But in March, they at least gave you 3 months. This time, 1 month. Biden extends the U.S. eviction moratorium until the end of July. This is according to the CDC, the Center of Disease Control. So from June 30th until July 31st. But be warned, it will be the final extension. Why? Because the United States, July 31st, can bankrupt. If a higher limit is not set or an extension is not made. So it's over with. Get the child tax credit because that's already in the budget. It's already in the national debt. And it's over with. That's it. That's it, people. It is. That's it. It's a wrap. That's it. If universal basic income kicks in 2022, that means where people are getting paid monthly, right? Because no fourth stimulus will happen. It will be on some type of digital dollar, digitalized system, whether now it won't be 100%, but it's going to be in coexistence with the worthless dollar, right? Which will cause inflation, right? When Biden said he will not tax the middle class, inflation is a tax. What is inflation? Is the rise and increase of pricing for your everyday goods and service, your milk, your bread, your gas, your daycare, the pay raises are increasing for minimum wage, $12, $15 to work at McDonald's. You have machines, artificial intelligence will begin to take orders, right? And I'm going to tell you why, but let's finish with this. The administration of the United States of Joe Biden on Thursday extended the national ban on evictions for a month to help tenants unable to make rent payments during this pandemic, but said this is the last time. This is it. They're planning to do so. This is intended to be the final extension. So what people have the opportunity to do for this month, which is approximately 36 days, and landlords is to apply for rental assistance from the government. At the end of March, there were 6.4 million American households that were behind on their rent. 6.4 million. As of June 7th, there's roughly 3.2 million in the United States. Said that they will face eviction in the next 2 months, right? And I just tell you, this is going to be it because the United States, again, do not know what Congress will do July 31st. So there it is, people. I hope you didn't take this as a free lunch, right? I hope you didn't take this as a free meal. I hope that you convert your cash into something that help you increase, right? And grow that cash for the future. Because even the people that's going to receive child tax credit, which is just a promo of how the UBI will work, right? Just want to kind of get people already in the mindset of getting universal basic income. But this is the thing. Once that universal basic income, right, kicks into play, and if it's used with a Fed coin or digital currency of the universal basic income, now stipulations on what you can and cannot spend your money on will become stricter. And the government will have an all-seeing eye through digitalization and computerization of everything that you're spending. So let's look at this, right? Let's look at this. And I said I was keeping this under 30 minutes, and I will do that. How many people became ultra rich during 2020, during this health pandemic, while people were getting vaccinated and not looking at the economy? 41,410 people became ultra wealthy in 2020. While you was excited about stimulus, excited about defaulting on your student loans, free rent, getting steaks, seafoods, large screen television, electronics. This is what the people knew that it would come to a time as this was doing. I'm feeling like, I won't have to pay my rent. The government set you up for a good year to get your mindset accustomed to free. 41,410 people became ultra rich. And I always notice how the number system of the government, right? 40 numbers mean a lot when it comes into this government entity, in this government world. 41,410. So with that being said, I think we have approximately 411,000 people who are unemployed, right? The jobless claims. So they love the number 4 and they love the number 1, right? Love the number 4, love the number 1. So the U.S. initial jobless claims are higher than the estimates, 411,000 as of today. And you know who was hit the most? Minorities and blacks, as far as jobless claims go. Right? Right? So applications for U.S. unemployment insurance fell slightly last week, though they were higher than forecast. Initial claims decreased by 7,000 to now 411,000 in the week of June 19th. Wow. And so the government has already told you, the Jerome Powell over the federal government, the Fed chair, says we're moving to a new economy and we are learning that people can be replaced, that we can do things in a more technological and advanced world. And so here it is. Here it is. The United States cannot pay its bills on time. That's it. Fourth stimulus, no. Universal basic income, maybe. But when child tax credit begins once a month, 250 to 300 per child, according to age and eligibility. So if you have three or more kids that qualify, then financially you may be at the 2,000 a month, right? However, that's once a month. Unemployment was 300, at least on a weekly basis. This is one-time payout. When you have that many children, right? And let's hope that in August, the government, which I feel like they're not going to do, but let's hope that they do not say that um, the Rona has increased. But I feel like they're going to say that the numbers are going back up because they're already talking about a different virus strand already, right? So I feel like the fall, the numbers will go up. And God forbid if by October, more schools begin to close down again. So that child tax credit that you're getting for your children, now you're seeing higher grocery prices. And you may have to feed them at home where they're not getting 2 free meals a day from the public school system. Prepare people, prepare, learn about this changing economy. It's coming now faster than expected, right? You already have so many um, other countries already, right? Accepting like Paraguay. I did a live stream last night. They're already accepting Bitcoin, Ether, and XRP beginning August for students. You already have um, countries that are already adopting use cases for this currency. Last thing, Elon Musk just made a tweet on Twitter about Bitcoin. CME futures expire tomorrow, right? And we know CME, Chicago Merchant Exchange, could mean that either money will pump into cryptos or it will dump into cryptos. Let's hope it pumps it, right? But Elon Musk just made a tweet before I went live about how many, let me find it. If I can find it, I can't find it on here. But how many Bitcoin maximus does it take to screw in a light bulb? I don't know if he deleted it or I just can't find it on my laptop. I don't know. So he just recently made a tweet and people were begging that he please, oh, here it is. Please be quiet. Right? And it was like, Elon, don't. They don't know if that's going to pump or dump. So this was just at 9:10 p.m. How many, and I know if you're on Georgia or Eastern Central Time, you're looking at 10:10, right? How many Bitcoin maxes does it take to screw in a light bulb, right? I really don't know what that means right now. I'm just gonna be honest with you. But someone answered one to mine the light bulb, 10 to verify the light bulb was mine, 100 to post on Twitter about it. Also, while saying that other forms of light bulbs or lightning are inferior, and that this light bulb is at the end of innovation of lightning. Mm. So, you know, A lot of people said, as the mayor of Mars, you should be telling us, um, asking him, right? They said, like, Doge is doing any better? Exactly. And how many Bitcoin maxes does it take to get a Time Nation a bank account? So we don't know where this is going to go. But as of right now, Bitcoin is still in the green. Someone says, good morning. Good morning to you as well. You must be on a different time. But you got 35,000, right? For Bitcoin, Ethereum is over 2,000. So pretty much Doge is at 28 cents. XRP 68 cents. ADA is at 137. Pretty much everything is in the green. Let me see, I can't find. That's Satoshi. I was trying to, Sushi Swap. Pretty much everything. Oh, Sheep. Let's look at Sheep. It's at 0.000007. I kind of want it to be at that 9, right? So this is the waiting games. This is 6 billion. 6 billion in Bitcoin and Ether. Ethereum expires, may not move the market. Traders are looking for, let me switch this screen. Traders are looking for Bitcoin and Ether to make a decisive move ahead of Friday, 6 billion and quarterly futures expires. Um, what does the backtest data show? So they're saying may not move the market, right? According to this article. But we shall see. Um, Hopefully everything stays stable again. I do believe in July, as the national dollar is crashing, that will be a good indicator for crypto and gold, physical gold and silver, because um, gold and silver is real money by constitution and always have to be used to reset the currency system, right? So we will see what happens if the market moves ahead or not, if it's bearish or bullish on tomorrow, only the powers that be. So I just want to come to you with that quick information to keep you all updated. I'm signing out, you all. Here's to your health and your wealth, right? Your peace and your prosperity and your credit, your crypto, and your cash flow. So I'm highlighting everyone's name. Um, so you all can know that I see you and I'm saying hello to you as well. Ace one, look, Russia and El Salvador do not want the dollar. There is no sound fundamentals. Back in the US dollar, exactly. Russia has, or was it El Salvador? I can't think right now. But one of those countries already, I think it was Russia, has already stopped using or accepting deposits from the US dollar. Um, yeah, Russia has already dropped the US dollar. You may not know, Russia and China had already made a deal with the natural gas pipeline, and they were not accepting the US dollar for that already. So this was not any new news to me, right? So actually, Russia rainy day fund was to get out of the US dollar assets. It will ditch the US dollar assets in the National Wealth Fund, increasing its holdings in euros, Chinese yuan, and gold. And I get a lot of people that tell me that sometimes financial investors say gold is not money, specifically Dave Ramsey. But I always ask them, right, if gold is not money, then why do the banks, specifically the central banks, hold it and hoard it? They never can answer their questions. Dave Ramsey said gold is a commodity, it's not money. That's the biggest lie ever told. So you have Russia banks that's getting out of the US dollar or ditching the dollar and holding euros, Chinese yuan, and gold. If gold was not money, right? And I know many people have not read the Constitution, but if it was not money, then you wouldn't even see it in money conversations when there's a cash crisis. So don't be fooled. Now, it may be something that you have to hold in hard for a while when you go through um, economic recess, or also known as recessions. Um, 2021 is already being called depressions, right? Depressions. So I'm signing out. You all have a great night, and I'll see you hopefully on the crypto side. Have a good night. Make sure you subscribe and make sure you like the channel.